Happy New Year, the man's mental load. The spreadsheet that changed the mental load dynamic in my marriage. The spreadsheet that changed the mental load dynamic in my marriage. Happy New Year. Here she is again. That spreadsheet changed the mental load dynamic. Well, if it did, why are you still doing videos? Why are you still complaining about your husband? Probably because you're liking getting millions of views and cashing those checks every month, or if it's going direct deposit, you're liking that because you're making these videos about the mental load. But this spreadsheet changed it. Interesting she says that because she just did a video about them going on a ski trip, and she talked about the mental load of going on a ski trip, where she's got to think of all the things that go in the suitcase. All the things. Now, he picks up the suitcases and loads them in the car, but that's not equal. It's not equal. She's got the mental load of thinking about the snacks and the boots and the hats and the gloves and the toothbrushes, but all he has to do is pick up the suitcases and line them up in the car correctly. That's his mental load, but hers is so much greater. Again, I really wish TMZ would find the husband, find him where he's working, maybe as he's coming down from the lineman up on the top of the pole. Hey, Bill, here's the videos of your wife here. What do you think about your wife throwing you under the bus and all your lineman friends watching it? And Tom, are you concerned about your kids when they get older watching Paige doing all these videos, throwing the kids under the bus and throwing him under the bus and throwing society under the bus and basically talking about her issues about the mental load? She's a type A personality. It's just so much. With the holiday magic. Who would do the holiday magic if she did? Is she dead? What would happen then? You know, she needs to look in the mirror a little bit, because from what I've heard her say, her parents were divorced. She said something about, and if this is wrong, I'm sorry, but I thought I heard her say that her mother made her and the other girls do the stuff while the boys just kind of whatever. That's why I talk, the man has a mental load too. The fact of the matter is, I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, okay? A lot of guys suffering from PTSD. Men are more successful to commit suicide than women. When women do it, they do it for a cry for help. Men actually succeed. So when you talk about the mental load, what guys are dealing with, and don't talk to me about alcohol and drugs and vitamin and all this. Don't even go there. They're dealing with darkness. They're dealing with the things they deal with. Guys who get divorced, dealing with being lonely. But having a spreadsheet that changed the mental load dynamic doesn't sound like it to me. I mean, hey, Paige, did you do a spreadsheet about the ski trip? Did you do a spreadsheet about that? Here's the thing, Paige, and all you other ladies out there. Men and women are different. We think differently. We act differently. And this thing, you say the word equality. You don't mean equality. You want us to be like you. You want us to think like you. And we're not like you. We want to hunt, fish, mountain bike, parasail. We want to be out there and be men. Women, for the most part, they want to nurture. And now, granted, I mean, the guy should help with things. I mean, since I've watched her, I have been doing better around my house. I fill up the soap dish. I move the stuff from the washer to the dryer. I've watched my wife, how she folds towels, and I fold them exactly the way she wants them folded. And she's happy, but it's never enough. See, when guys start doing stuff and start listening to her, because you know what she says, right? It's one thing for a man to do it for a week or 2 weeks, but does he own it? Does he own it forever? Fact of the matter is, Paige, more women filed for divorce than men. Why? Probably because the guy is hunting, fishing, mountain biking, parasailing, living his life. The wife is home with the mental load, the online school forms, and doing all these things. And then as soon as those kids move away, and that's going to be interesting, Paige, when your 4 young children grow up and go away, that's going to be, I'd buy tickets to that. Because once your fourth one is out and out and out and out on their own, are you going to look at your lineman husband and say, later, I'm out. I'm going to Paris with Caitlin, and I'm going to Rome with Jessica, with my women's group, with my group chat. Later, lineman husband. Or as she says, or as she said in a previous video, that 3 years ago she was considering getting divorced. She was considering it. I wonder why she considered against it. I mean, if she would have divorced her lineman husband 3 years ago, maybe she put it in ChatGPT, the pros and cons of divorcing her lineman husband. The pros would be the house, the money, the alimony for young children. And then maybe she realized the cons of it. The cons of he wouldn't be coming home at night to make dinner every night. The con would be him not taking the kids to and from school. You know, she wouldn't be able to work her type A personality job, which who knows if she really has that or not. I don't know. I think there's a couple things. One, men need to speak out against this kind of advice that's going out there to other women. While I agree the women do have most of the mental load, and while I do agree that more men need to help step up and help with that mental load, it'll never be enough. She'll never, ever, never, ever be happy, no matter what this guy does. Even with that spreadsheet, she's still complaining that he's not helping with the mental load of Christmas, the mental load of the gifts for the school teachers, loading up the car. But again, maybe I get this. Maybe she loves to be able to complain about these things. Millions of people are clicking. She's found an audience, and she's cashing checks from Google AdSense and Facebook, and she's making a decent living complaining about her husband, complaining about the responsibility of being a mom. You know, it's just sad. It's kind of like the Scott Galloway guy, too, Scott Galloway, man, he knows everything about everything. Politics, food, nutrition, education, boys in their 20s and 30s. He knows about stocks and finances. Scott Galloway knows everything. Everything about everything. He was on Oprah. Scott Galloway. Oh my gosh. I guess I'm talking about Scott Galloway because he doesn't talk about the male mental load, the mental load we have. He rarely talks about the unrealistic standards women have for men. 6 foot, 6-pack, $1 million salary, no kids, established, nice hair, nice shoes, nice tone of voice, nice. I don't know. And Gary Vaynerchuk says we need to be more grateful and more happy and not be so negative. I agree with you, Gary. I love you, Gary. But myself and other male content creators are not going to stand by while she is out there telling women and complaining and all that stuff. And I'll tell you something, Paige, it's amazing to me that your husband isn't the one that was considering filing for divorce with your nagging, complaining, fault-finding, ungrateful attitude. Lineman husband, perfect on paper, checks all the boxes, perfect on paper. And he was fine when we were dating too. But when we had those 4 young children, it all changed. The online school forms, the backpacks, the volunteering. And I'll tell you the one thing I'll say about her too, last thing. When you're not a happy person, when you're ungrateful, when you're bitter, and when you're angry, it affects your health. It affects your blood pressure. It affects everything. So Paige, I'm asking you, in 2026, do some videos about being grateful for your children, grateful for your husband, grateful for your health. But maybe you wouldn't make so much money on social media if you did that, would you?